is a new piece to the Clinton email puzzle, and Republicans are pouncing.
There were multiple individuals who did not have a security clearance who were given access either to her server or to her emails.
Director Comey had said that my answers in my FBI interview were truthful.
Secretary Clinton said all work-related emails were returned to the State Department. Was that true?
No. She signed a sworn affidavit in August of 2015 testifying under penalty of perjury that she turned over all of her work-related emails to the State Department. It doesn't appear that that affidavit is truthful either.
I guarantee you, none of you guys would get away with that.
Wisconsin Congressman Sean Duffy goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Hi, Greta. How you doing?
Good. So the news today about this particular set of emails that have been released is that Huma Abedin knew that there was some insecurity associated with the Clinton email when they were on a trip to Russia. Big deal, not a big deal? And if it's a big deal, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I think it's a big deal in that Huma, the deputy chief of staff, knew that the Clinton server wasn't secure. Point number one. So that means that Hillary Clinton knew that her server wasn't secure, and they chose anyway, Greta.
It shows that she does. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it shows that Secretary Clinton does. It shows that Huma Abedin does.
Well, she sent an email around to those who were going on the trip to Russia that their BlackBerries weren't secure, number one. But number two, in the House, when we go to hot zones like this, we don't even take our BlackBerries or iPhones with us because someone doesn't have to steal your phone to get information off of it. They just have to be in close proximity. So that they would have brought their phones to Russia, left them on the plane, they're not secure on a U.S. plane on a Russian tarmac. The Russians can still access that information. I just think it shows a real cavalier attitude towards secure American information that should have been in a far more safe and secure place back in the United States.
All right. Certainly shows the cavalier attitude, to use your words, of Huma Abedin. How do you connect it to Secretary Clinton? By the mere fact that she works for Secretary Clinton, is there any indication she told Secretary Clinton? I mean, look, the one thing we don't know, and which I have yet to figure out, is how computer savvy Secretary Clinton really is, because we haven't gotten a lot of answers. But you know, how do you assign this to Secretary Clinton herself?
So I don't have an email, but I was a former prosecutor like you were, Greta, and Americans, whether on the jury panel or they're viewing their electoral candidates, they use common sense. And if your chief of staff is talking to the rest of the staff about the security of your information on a foreign trip, I'm sure that if she had the concern for all the staff, she would have concern for Hillary Clinton herself, who has the most secure information of everybody. And I would assume, using my common sense, that she would have told Hillary Clinton that. Now, I don't have an email to prove it, but common sense would say, obviously, she would have shared that information with Hillary Clinton. And by the way, Greta, Huma, we have emails that show left secure data on the front seat of her car and had to call back or email back and say, take the secure data and put it in my trunk. I mean, she herself hasn't shown a real concern for the security of her information, and she's the one that's bringing this topic up to the rest of the staff on this trip.
Oh, I mean, it certainly points to Huma Abedin. What I'd say, you know, the one thing is I still don't see that, you know, where the Secretary Clinton knows about it. She may have known about it, but so far there's no sort of paper trail or no emails to show it. The only thing that we have at best is that she was a close aide to Secretary Clinton.
I would just argue at this point, this is not the end. We're going to continue to see emails dribble out, and we're going to continue to see Hillary Clinton lie and lie again. And my concern, as I view this as an American citizen, is the ease with which she lies, not just to Congress, but to all the American people and to the press. She does it with a straight face, and that's in the gale force winds of evidence showing that what she's saying is absolutely untrue.
You know, the thing that bothers me that I'm stuck with, and maybe I don't have all the facts, I still don't understand the fact that her lawyers went through her emails after they knew that they were requested by the House and decided which were personal and then destroyed them. They didn't just put them in a vault or put someplace else, but they destroyed them. And for some reason, you know, I still don't think, I don't get why why that was done and why everyone thought that, why Secretary Clinton thought that was okay.
Well, I would argue that, now I don't have evidence of this, but I'm using my common sense, that she is probably trying to destroy evidence. She doesn't want us to have that information. But it goes to another point, too, Greta. The effort in which the State Department is going to making sure that these emails are not released before the election. As Catherine Heritage just mentioned, this is going to be disclosed over the next 3 years.
Well, that may be,
I think the American people deserve this information right now.
Well, that may actually hurt Secretary Clinton if it drags out forever. That may actually hurt her. But even more than that is that, what I hear from the State Department all the time is that they've got so many FOIA requests that they don't have the manpower. I don't know if that's true or not, but that this is quite a daunting task.
Greta, I would argue they're well apprised of what's in those emails, and they're fighting hard to make sure that those emails aren't released so the American people can't see what's in them, because it'll expose Hillary Clinton's ties to the Clinton Foundation, it'll expose Benghazi, and I think she'll then appear, as I think now, to be an unacceptable president of the United States.
And I got to go. Thank you for joining us, Congressman.
Thanks, Greta.
And just moments ago, most polls in Florida closed, and ousted DNC Chair Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz is fighting to keep her House seat on this big, big, big Florida primary day. Fox News correspondent Phil Keating is live in North Bay Village. Phil?
Hi, Greta. Polls are still open up at the Florida Panhandle, which is on Central Time there, so voters are still voting with 45 minutes yet to go. In the rest of the state of Florida, like where we are, well, it's Eastern Time, so the polls closed just about 10 minutes ago, and primary day is now over. All of the rain all day long in Florida certainly did not